Well, good morning, people. We're back from spring break. Looks like folks will be coming into the room here in just a moment. So I'll just hang in here until folks start to arrive. There we go. Someone just came in. Hello there. We'll be able to get underway in just about 2 minutes. All right, we are within a minute of starting. Up to 3 people. Well, good morning, Daniela. Good morning. Hello, Jackie and Louie. Good to have all you guys here. All right, it's 9:10. I'm going to call it. First thing is that the midterm is now available to you. So between now and Saturday, you can take your midterm. It is going to be all multiple choice. I decided to keep it very, very simple. Hi, Deepa. Uh, you're going to have 3 opportunities to take it. So there's no excuse to do bad on the midterm. I think it's going to work out, extremely, extremely well for you. Now, please note that by the final exam, I'll have some sort of essay question component for the final. But for now, we're going to just keep it real, real simple for the midterm. It's going to be covering chapters 1 through 8. So that is the beginning of the course through the movie chapter. Now, 2 announcements on that. Announcement number 1 is that during the break, I finished the audio lectures for all of the chapters. So even for those chapters that we covered before we went to remote learning, all of that is now in audio lecture format. So that should help you with your review. The other thing is that today at 12:30 on the Discord platform, Stephanie will be doing her supplemental instruction, and it will be it'll be on chapter 8. It'll be on the movie chapter. So look for her. Look for Masscom 101 on Discord. Students were able to find her before. Look for my note about it in the announcements. I think that gives you a little bit better directions on how to find her on Discord. Hello, Evan. All right, next thing. The term paper. I have put my rubric together. That was an interesting exercise. And so that is on Canvas, and you will see how I award points on the term paper. And I think that as you refine it and get it toward turning in, I think you should probably keep that rubric in mind so that you can score as well as you can possibly score. Let me see. I got a question here. Okay. On Canvas, why are there 2 midterm assignments? Is there a difference between the two? I'll I'll get rid of the one that's the duplicate, Louis. Just go for the one that's 50 points for now. I thought I had hidden the other one, but I'll get in there, when I can, and I'll hide that for everybody. So for now, if you're going to work on the midterm, work on the one that says 50 points. Okay. Oh, Evan, you're ahead of the curve, huh? All right. So in regard to the term paper, do you have any term paper questions? Because you should be, some of the ways along toward the term paper. That it's due, what is it, May 7, whatever the Thursday is of that week. Is the day the term paper is due. If you can manage to turn it in a week earlier, you get 2 additional points on the early bird special. So let me see what we have on questions about the term paper. Can you please upload the sheet for the research paper? Deepa, it is on Canvas. So I have the term paper assignment sheet on Canvas. So it's there. Daniela, overview of the paper. There are 4 topics. On the original assignment sheet, you will see 3. And today's media note, by the way, is going to tie in with one of those 3 original topics. The 4th topic that I added because students requested it was a term paper topic about coronavirus. And you can see those research questions in the announcements section on Canvas. So if you decide you don't like, any of the other 3 categories, then you can look for those coronavirus questions on Canvas. Please note that I'm going to hold you to the same standards of research, same MLA style and so forth, no matter what topic you choose. But I gave you that 4th topic. Also in this overview, let me tell you that, what I'm looking for is a research paper, not an essay. And you say, well, what's the difference? An essay is typically not cited. It's usually more about making an argument in writing, which is a fine form of writing. It's just not what I'm going for here. A research paper is where you take a variety of high quality sources and you incorporate them into your narrative by quoting or paraphrasing and then citing them in the text. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Yes, okay, did the brief overview. All right. Any other questions about the term paper? I already got in a very early term paper. And so there are some folks who have really, really hopped on it. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, Evan, no questions at the moment. All right. Well, then let me start to move along then. Also in the announcements, you will find the most recent We Are In This Together bulletin. And that is put together by folks at Glendale College who have rounded up resources for such things as, what do you do if you're a tenant and you can't pay the rent and you're afraid of getting evicted? Real life tough stuff like that. Mental health counseling, food banks. There's already been a lot of desperation because everything is shut down. A lot of folks are out of work. And I think it may get a little worse before it gets better. So that We Are In This Together bulletin does give you an idea for finding some resources in the community. Let's see, what else do I have for questions? Ethan is asking, well, what are the other topics besides coronavirus? Those other 3 topics are on the original assignment sheet. So it was the original assignment sheet for the term paper was handed out in class, so you may still have that. And if you don't Don't stress out because I also have it on Canvas. So you'll be able to find it there. Okay, what else do we have? I told you about the rubric, told you about, let's, what the heck? Let's get to the question of the day. We'll see if you guys can light up the chat box, huh? I thought this was a really weird spring break. I mean, a stay-at-home spring break is just strange, right? And so here's the question for you today. On this spring break that was like none other, what did you do to make it enjoyable? What did you do to enjoy spring break? So limber up those fingers and light up the chat box. Let's see what you got. Daniela, very anticlimactic. Yeah, I got to agree that that spring break, not a lot going on. Okay, so I'll talk a little bit how my spring break went. Maybe we'll swap some ideas here. I would say that in our household, we're getting out for brief periods every day. Short walks, bike rides, runs. We're getting out a little bit each day, but we've got the masks and the distancing and all that. We saw a really good movie during spring break. I'm a fan of what's called film noir. It's about crime and people living desperate lives that just keep getting worse and worse. I don't know why I like that type of movie, but it's called Gun Crazy. It was made in 1950. So if you have a chance to see Gun Crazy, I think it is a classic of film noir. All right, let's see what you guys did over spring break. Let's see. Evan, you saw your brother's helper with his dogs. Oh yeah, pets give you so much. I don't know. The pets are very soothing, aren't they? Especially in a crisis situation. Moshed in your backyard to a metal album. Years and years and years ago, when I was advising the student newspaper, I had a student who just loved punk bands. And he would go off to see these obscure punk acts in Hollywood. And he would come back all banged up from the mosh pit. I mean, it was really a physically dangerous thing in the early 90s to, enter the mosh pit, during one of these punk concerts. Let's see, Deepa finally went out for walks and watched Inception for the first time. No, okay. Daniela finished Money Heist. Extreme metal albums. Baked. There is like a boom in baking, isn't there, during this crisis? Yeah, that folks are getting, in touch with their inner sort of homebody type. Let's see. Ethan, learning new things, working on your car and watching new shows. Yeah, learning new things. I think that'd be a great thing to do during this time. Took some photographs, uploading them to your darkroom page. So, Evan, darkroom page, does that mean that you're shooting film? Jackie watched a lot of movies and cleaned. Yeah. Oh, Evan, you're a noir fan too, huh? Yeah. I gotta say, Evan, I like really cool black and white movies. Went to a very quiet beach, Ziggy did. Walked without being bothered, or hopefully without being infected. Georgia read some books, took up painting, watched movies. Evan, I'm glad you usually survive the pit. All right. Binge watching Netflix. Louis is doing that. That makes sense. Oh, Ziggy, you were making masks, huh? Huh. Oh, vegan recipes. Very, very responsible, right? Okay. So let's get you guys moving along here. That's you guys. Oh yeah, yeah, Evan. I would be interested in seeing that page. Right, the digital darkroom. Okay, to first, let's talk about the media note. Today's media note is going to key in with one of the term paper topics. If you remember, one of the term paper topics is misinformation, disinformation, etc. All right. Well, uh, today's media note on Club Media Note is going to be an NPR story about an expert in misinformation. Now, I want you to, for the media note, listen to the 6-minute listen. Now, beneath that, there is the TED Talk of the misinformation expert. And if you're doing that term paper topic, you may want to use her TED lecture that is, below that is a little longer. You might want to use that as a source, as one of the sources in your term paper. So once you finish that media note, of course, take the media note quiz. And then after that, I want you to get into chapter 9. I want you to get into the television chapter, and I want you to listen to the first 29 and a half minutes of it. So you will be listening through the slide that says Ted Turner, Cable Pioneer. Okay. Is there anyone who is a little unsure of what we're doing? I'll give you a moment to, get your question in the chat box. But if I get no questions, I will end the live stream and then I will move over to Canvas chat. So, any questions before I end the stream? Okay, whoa, got that one, buzzer beater. When are we expected to take the midterm? Okay. The midterm is open right now, and it will be open through Saturday. So you got a good, long period to take it. Ziggy, should we talk about the midterm at all? Just get you going on it, knowing that it's out there. Okay. All right, I will end the live stream. And if you didn't get your question in, remember, I'm going to be over on Canvas chat in just a few seconds.